Welcome back to Sorare Assist, assisting you in your Sorare journey. Today it's another lineup builder for the midweek games to see who we've got available, so make sure you stick around to see who I'm going to go for in this week's video for the upcoming game week, which is game week 247. Welcome any new managers and returning managers to my channel Sorare Assist, where you'll find plenty of Sorare content to get stuck into. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already by tapping that subscribe button and bump that notification bell to be alerted about any new content. If you found this video useful, then please turn that like button blue and share this content, and please try and watch all the way through to please those YouTube algorithms. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook, and for more free Sorare content please check out sorareassist.com. Also become a patron of Sorare Assist for budget player scouting and grab yourself a free 100-page Ultimate Guide to Sorare ebook. Links to all this good stuff is in the description. If you're not signed up to Sorare yet, then sign up, use the link below to get a free limited card. None of this content is financial advice. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get stuck into today's content. So as I say, it's going to be another lineup builder today. We'll get straight stuck into it, starting with the current results in the current game week 246, looking at my live results for my teams. So not much success this game week unfortunately so far. Obviously the game week is still in play, but I don't expect to be really coming away with any rewards. The only one that does have a chance I think at the moment is this All-Star Limited team. 69 points away from a tier 3, and I've got my captain Aspas to play, who is going to be playing tonight. Tier 2, 112 points away from that. So a slight chance of that if Aspas has a fantastic match and gets a 100 score, which is probably unlikely. So it looks like I'm probably going to be aiming for a tier 3 limited here on this game week. So Herrera probably let me down in this match. As you can see, Senesi has a good game, and Bitgaram and Mercier also had a fairly good score as well. All-Star Rares finished. It's got me the threshold of 200. Unfortunately, Diaz did not play in this game. He wasn't even in the squad. Don't know why, but I would have got obviously the higher threshold and a slight chance of maybe getting a tier 3 rare as well. The Tate was disappointing, and so was Pizzi this week, so not too bad a score considering these low scores, and this player didn't play at all. All-Star Pro was a little bit of a long shot, so that wasn't expecting any rewards there. The Challenger Europe team, Pizzi was my captain, had a disappointing performance, and also Ohio as well. Didn't get on the score sheet unfortunately, so them two really let the team down in this team here. Champion America, again, this was just a team that I put in, no real full lineup there. Champion Asia Limited, Nagato didn't start in this game, and I wasn't expecting this game to start anyway, so again this was just another team to fill up the gaps. Champion Asia team didn't do too bad really, just Min Gyu who let me down really. He was my captain, and obviously the common card was always going to get a 40% reduction in his score. Unfortunately they didn't keep a clean sheet in this game. Champion Asia was again just another team that I just put together. Wasn't expecting much from these because most of the players weren't going to play. Champion Europe team was let down really by most of the players, especially Mkhitaryan, who didn't play due to COVID. Ayati was a common keeper in this one again as well, with my rare keeper for the Champion Division, Silerson, still being injured. Dubious had a poor game, so did Pellegrini, and my captain Aspas is due to play, but he's got no chance of getting 202 points. And my under-23 team was pretty much, it was a disaster in the end, but Fleming's match was called off after the deadline. I wasn't aware of this called off game, so that game was postponed, so he didn't play. Tate had a poor game, he was my captain. Salamakas didn't start, he was expected to start, but he didn't actually start. He came on off the bench, but didn't make an impact. Obviously, Tani didn't keep a clean sheet, and Windrill had a quieter score for a quality player there. As I say, there's only one hope for this game week, and that is my All-Star Limited, but I'm only going to be looking at potentially a tier 3 if Aspas can have a good game in tonight's match. So on to this upcoming game week then. So that game week was a little bit scuppered by postponed games, and obviously some did not plays and that sort of thing as well. As always, I'll start with putting it on the All-Star Limited side just to see what keepers I've got available for my limited cards. So in terms of goalkeepers then, it looks like I've only got one starting goalkeeper, and that is Jun Sung-ryong for Kawasaki. So it looks like he's going to have to be the option. And due to that as well, it looks like I'm only going to be able to put a team in the All-Star Limited side this game week. So let's have a look what players we've got then. Obviously, for the goalkeeper, it's going to have to be Sung-ryong. And in terms of defenders, who we've got available this week, so we've got the fantastic Douglas Santos here. We've also got Jordi Alba, Cuadrado, Hatate as well, and also Guerrero. So we've got a few options to go with here. We've also got a Hato, although he didn't play in the last game unfortunately. So it looks like the choices are between Guerrero, Hatate, Cuadrado, Alba and Santos. Santos was capable of a good score even when against a difficult side, to be honest. So with this one, it looks like Guerrero's potentially got the easiest fixture here, or Hatate as well. Although they did lose against Bodo Glimt last game, didn't they? Hatate as well didn't play the last game in Europe. I think he was rested for the league match, so this might be the case again in this game. So I don't want to risk that. Cuadrado played in the last match for Juventus, so he could potentially be rested here. We've got Alba away to Napoli. That is a very difficult game, I would say. And obviously Santos is away to Betis. Now I don't think Zenit still have an outside chance here of maybe getting an half decent result. So he's definitely a possibility. But the easiest one here looks like Guerrero to me, away to Rangers. Although Guerrero has not been on the best of form of late. I think Santos is pretty solid in terms of his defending and attacking capabilities and his scoring ability on Sorare. So I think I am going to still go with Douglas Santos, even though he probably won't keep a clean sheet. I would have thought he's going to get amongst the attacking spells for Zenit and also get plenty of tackles and interceptions and that sort of thing. I'm going to go with Douglas Santos there. He's pretty consistent in terms of the Sorare scoring matrix. So in terms of midfielders then, let's have a look at who we've got. So we've got Carles Gil potentially available here for New England. But again, I think it's this match that's potentially postponed. I thought this game was already postponed and they've got back to the next round after Calavi pulled out of the tournaments due to visa issues. So looking at the other midfielders then, we've got Luis Alberto here. He should play this game because he was suspended in the league, so he should play that match, I would have thought. Pau Gomez has a chance of playing this game as well, away to Dynamo Zagreb. And I've also, of course, got Mihalovic as well, at home to Santos Laguna. I've also got Pizzi here as well as a potential option for Istanbul Basaksehir, although they are at home to second place side, Konyaspor. And I've also got Nicolas Ladero here as well. I do fancy Seattle against this Honduras team, so there's quite a few to pick from there. Carles Gil would have been the obvious choice if he was playing, but obviously he's not playing that game. So I think it's going to be between Pizzi and Lodero. Now I think Lodero's probably got the easier fixture there. So I'm going to go with Lodero, but I'm definitely going to consider Pizzi in the other, maybe in the extra slot. I don't think he's going to have a fantastic end of the season for Istanbul there. So let's have a look at the forwards then that we've got available. So we've got a few options here as well. We've got Malcolm for Zenit, we've got Dimao as well. Also Dzuba, new signing. Looked too cheap to me, this player. And also Raul Radius as well for Seattle, of course. So just because I've got Adira in midfield here for Seattle, I'm also going to go with Raul Radius as well, just for a little bit of a stack there. Obviously Malcolm and Dzuba have got quite a difficult game away to Betis. Dimao has got a slightly difficult game as well against Yokohama Mariners. So I am going to go with Raul Radius there and bank on Seattle to get a good result in that game. I think the first match for that against the Honduras side was 1-1, I believe it was. So I expect a much better performance from Seattle in this match. Now in terms of the extra slot then, we've got a few options here. Obviously Pizzi was one that I was considering there at home, an important match for them as well. At home to second place side Konyaspor, so that is an important game for them. I am tempted by Guerrero possibly, but I'd rather put an attacking player in this final slot. Got Pau Gomez as a possibility, but he may get rested. I think they got a good result against Zagreb in the first leg. Dzuba, like I say, it's quite a difficult game against Betis. There's Kawasaki who've got quite a difficult game as well. So I am going to go with Pizzi here. I do have faith in Pizzi. going to go with him again here. And in terms of the captain, I'm going to go with Raul Rodriguez. Always capable of finding the back of the net, and I'm hoping for a big victory here from Seattle in this match against the Honduras side. So I will save that. So that is saved there. So there's my side all completed. I think that looks a pretty solid team, especially if Seattle can get a victory. And also Pizzi can show what he's made of in this important match here for Istanbul Basaksehir. So that is saved now. I might consider putting some other teams in as well without a goalkeeper, as long as I've got 4 solid starters. But I'll probably look at that on the main Sorare site just to put some other teams in that are going to have a very minimal chance of potentially winning. So on to the rare team then. So I've got no goalkeeper here, although I may have a common goalkeeper potentially. So defenders, I've got Douglas Santos again to pick from. I've also got Ababukar as well, who are home to Comunicaciones. So that's an easy fixture for him, so he could get a good score there potentially. But I am tempted to go with Douglas Santos just because I've got him in my limited side and I know he's a solid option. So I will go with Douglas Santos here. In terms of midfielders, I think it's going to be an obvious choice here as well. So I've got Rusnak and Pizzi again. Obviously Rusnak plays for Seattle, so I can again potentially be banking on them to go to get victory. So I'm going to go with Rusnak in the midfield slot there. Forward, I'm going to go with Raul Rodriguez again, banking on Seattle to get a good victory. And I'm also going to go with Pizzi here as well, because he is in my limited side, so I am going to go with him. So this team's got a potential good chance, especially if I've got a common goalkeeper that can slot in here. But if not, I think this team's got a very solid chance of getting the threshold payout on the All-Star Division 4. I'll just put a goalkeeper in that slot just temporarily. In terms of the captain then, again I'm going to go with Raul Rodriguez because he's the captain on my limited side. So I'm going to save that. So I'm not going to have enough rare players to put into the other side. So I think that is my teams done for this game week. So 2 fairly solid teams I would say. So the All-Star Limited looks like this then. So I've gone for Jung Song Ryong, Douglas Santos in defence, Pizzi in midfield with Ladero and captain Raul Rodriguez. I'm hoping for a good result from Benfica and Seattle. I'm hoping Douglas Santos does what he does best, and that's just churn out some fantastic SO5 scores. And hopefully Kawasaki can have a good game in this match and hopefully keep a clean sheet, and I'm sure Sung Ryong will potentially be very busy playing a very good Yokohama side. All-Star Rares looking like this. I'm going to slot a common goalkeeper into here, hopefully one that's got a fixture. Douglas Santos again in this team. I've also gone with Pizzi in this team, and I've also gone with an attacking Seattle stack as well in Rusnak, who now plays Seattle of course, and also captained Raul Rodriguez. So these 2 teams are quite aligned in terms of the players and also in terms of the Seattle team as well, and I've also gone for the same captain. So this could play off very well, especially if these players do perform, because it's obviously going to benefit both my teams. So I think this is going to be a very interesting game week for my teams. If these do well, as I say, I could get a double potential good finish in both of these tournaments. So that was it. That was my teams this week. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And also, good luck for the upcoming game week 247. Do share your teams on social media so I can see what teams you've got coming up in the upcoming game week as well. And if you did like this video, then please like the video and subscribe to the channel and ping that notification bell. Join our Patreon and don't forget to pick up your free Ultimate Guides to Sorare. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook, and for more free Sorare content, please check out Sorare.com. Links in the description. If you've not signed up to Sorare yet, then sign up using the link below to get a free limited card. Okay, thanks for watching and I'll see you again soon.